Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Michigan State's offense will go on the attack first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Wow, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Finds his tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's in open space downfield. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that does. That reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
We knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Allen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive.
A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Spartans!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will take the field for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best.
Turning it off! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, So hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, five-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll leave it with him. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. They got a huge boost in their defensive front in recruiting last week. Five-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Iowa! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Shakes off the defender. Rimmed out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. He leaves it with his back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, he's still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Oklahoma State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Boone Pickens Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And now on second down for this offense. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
He's got the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack. And they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
They'll run play action. Throwing right. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of the receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds. about that last drive. Just carved him up in the... There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
To the ground, he's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Using his legs to buy some time. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And you're going to continue to feed this man the ball. How about game one over 100 yards? How about game two? Already over 100 yards. This guy is getting the ball a lot, and there's a...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Finds the tight end. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. To the air on second down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pointer. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Knocked down behind the line for the second straight play, bringing up a third and lots of work to do. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Hawkeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. All kinds of time before he fires right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half.
The Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling the coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue. there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
A lot of people probably wondering with a two-possession lead, why is this offense throwing the ball in the second half? I think part of the reason is they know they can protect their quarterback. They have not allowed a sack in the entire game.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's knocked down. What a play to come up with the interception.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Fires to the big fella, and he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Complete on the shuffle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. Secures it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
After the filthy move, he's got room. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap. They've been making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
I got to be honest, I am shocked that just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Man, here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. All wideouts, no backs. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
Line getting set on second down. Here we go. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Iowa! That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Oklahoma State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Pistol Pete isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Kansas State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll keep it himself. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Spartans will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The lone back's got it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. Let's take a quick... national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to solve.
Turning it on! They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing. And you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And the Hawkeyes are flying down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the run. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Lambert. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Still on his feet. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Hawkeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Hester. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Hawkeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. The Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Lambert. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll toss it to the left. Got room to work. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Grab behind the line. It's Jamison.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College